Hello to my Leos and welcome to your reading for 2026. I'm going to take 3 cards for you guys. The first card is from the Mushroom Spirit Oracle, then we will get an Animal Spirit Oracle, and finally a card from the Secret Language of Light. Let's dive on in. Indigo Milk Cap on 33. Now, interesting synchronicity here with the last group, which is Cancer. We had the number 33 show up in that group as well. So if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, or if you're born on the cusp or close to Cancer, that might be one for you to watch as well. Okay. So, or maybe it's in your big 3 and you're watching it anyway. Let's take a look. Let's get your second card. Oops. The Turkey Spirit on 61, give with gratitude and grace. Okay. And our last card. Okay, you want that one? All right then. Number 5, healing. Lovely. Okay, that's a nice energy. Oops, astrology dice there. So Indigo Milk Cap, True Colours on 33. Wow. That's a really beautiful message, actually, because 33 is the number of the Christ consciousness, which is the energy of the Christ, of the second coming, if you like, which is an energy, and it's an energy for us all to learn how to embody so that we can become all that we are supposed to be, so that we can ascend, if you like, so that we can grow on a spiritual level. It is not intended to be a person that comes through and is worshipped. That's kind of getting it arse about face. But true colours, really understanding the universe, really understanding your spirituality on a higher level here. So with the Turkey Spirit on 61-7, so we've got 33-6 and 61-7, so we've got a 6 and a 7 there, which is interesting, and a 5, so we've got a 5, 6, 7. So we have sequential numbers here when we reduce them down to a single digit, which is interesting because that talks to me of progress, but maybe doing... maybe catching up with something as well, because the 5 is right at the end instead of at the beginning of the sequence. So instead of it being 5, 6, 7, it's 6, 7, 5. So maybe there's something that you need to go back to finish off first. Maybe you've been neglecting your well-being. Maybe you have been neglecting your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual hygiene. You know, do you need to do an energy clearing? Have you been hanging on to energy or hooks and ties, connecting you to other people that's draining you? Is it time to do a tie cutting ceremony? Because it might be. And I have a tie cutting meditation that you can use, which I will link in the description below. I will try to remember to put it up here as well, which is on my other channel, Angel Wings Holistics, which of course you can use at any time if that's helpful to you. But there is a very strong nudge for you to do your healing work here. It's very, very important, Leo. You can't put this off any longer. I feel like you may have been working too hard and you've put your well-being on the back burner, which is understandable. Sometimes it's something we have to do, but it's not the moment to continue doing that. Okay, there is a bit of an energy of burnout in 2026, so we do need to be a little bit careful, because the fire horse energy that comes in with the new lunar year in February does bring a lot of fire. You're already a fire sign, so you're already on fire. If that fire starts to burn a little bit too brightly, you could burn out. Let's avoid that, shall we? There is a real nudge for authenticity here as well with the True Colours card over here. So it feels like it's your heart that needs to be authentic here. So I think you need to be very honest about how you feel, about friends, relatives, loved ones. And that doesn't necessarily mean going and telling them horrible things. You know, there's ways and means of doing things, but honesty is required in relationships this year if you are to be happy and healthy and whole as well. So it could be having a difficult conversation with somebody who's hurt you, you know, and putting your cards on the table, so to speak, to try and move things forwards in a more healed and balanced way. And there is this beautiful card about giving. So the turkey, in some ways, because it is very much a symbol of feasting for many of us, isn't it? It kind of shows up at Thanksgiving, it kind of shows up at Christmas, although it wasn't originally traditional to Christmas, but it kind of seems to have become that way, doesn't it? It's the turkey that nourishes everyone. It's the centerpiece of the meal in the feast. It's the turkey that gives to everybody else. And I feel maybe you're doing a little bit too much giving. So perhaps there's a bit of a caution there as well, not to give too much, not to give too much of yourself as well. You are not the turkey for everyone else to feast on. Okay. just a word. You're not the turkey for everyone else to feast on. Of course you can still give, but only give to other people as it feels right, as it feels good to you, so that you're not overextending yourself. So you are being real and authentic and not just doing too much for other people because you think it's what's expected of you. So do be a little bit careful with your energy this year. Be mindful of your healing and kind of try and bring that front and center. Bring your healing, your well-being front and center, and that will take you in the right direction.